fun part. We're actually going to learn how to play a tune which can be used for dancing in the SCA or just as a performance piece. We're going to learn the 1570s dance tune Schiarazula Marazula, and I'm very sorry about my pronunciation. This piece is used for the Maltese Brawl in Drachenwald. In other kingdoms there is a dance known as Sans Serif that is also very popular, which uses the same music. Possibly you don't know either of the dancers or the music by name, but you may know the piece. It goes like this. And it repeats. So, how do we actually play that? I'm going to break it down into some different parts to make it easy to learn. First of all, remember your posture. Up nice and straight, standing up straight ideally, but if you're seated, good posture is still essential. Shoulders back, breathing deeply into your diaphragm. Make sure that your thumb is covering that hole at the back. And we begin on A. So as well as the thumb at the back, our top 2 fingers are down, covering the first 2 holes. I'm going to demonstrate first, without making a noise, which notes we play. As I'm practicing, if I don't want to annoy any pets or housemates or anybody else in the area, I practice with the instrument resting against my chin, not between my lips, so that I can't accidentally make any noise. So we begin on A. And we play A, G, F, F, F. So that's our first part. Now the next part, we move from an F to an E. And we play E, D, C, D, E, D, D, D. Let's try putting those 2 halves together. Remember we started on A. A, G, F, 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 E, D, C, D, E, D, D, D. Perhaps pause the video for a few moments while you practice that yourself until you feel confident. When we're playing for dancers or just performing, that part of the music will play twice before we move on to the next section. Let's try playing it twice in a row now. Perhaps you could hear in my instrument at the end there was a little bit of a wobble in that note. Now, it's true I didn't take as deep a breath as I could have, but the bigger problem is actually that there's condensation forming inside my instrument. This happens because I didn't warm up my instrument very well before I started playing, and the air temperature from my breath is different from the air temperature outside, so the instrument starts getting wet inside with condensation. To clear it out, you cover the whistle firmly with your fingers and give a short, sharp blast of air. Make sure that this part of the instrument is pointing at the ground and not at anybody else, because sometimes the condensation will come flying out the end. Psst. Then turn the instrument sideways, cover the whistle part with your mouth, and again blow sharply. Please make sure that there's nobody standing to your left when you do that. Hopefully that should have cleared the condensation out a little, and we should be ready to play again. So we've learned the first half of the tune, and now it's time to look at the second half of the tune. Remember, that's the part that goes like this. And like the first half, it does repeat twice, and we'll also be learning a little bit slower than that. The second half starts on G, thumb covering at the back, top 3 fingers down. G, F, E, D, E, F, E, D, E. The first 2 notes are faster than the others. Practice that a few times until you're comfortable. Alright, the last part of the tune begins on A. A, G, F, D, D, C, D, D. Alright, if you've practiced a few times, let's try putting the second half of the tune together. Remember we started on G. G, F, E, D, E, F, E, D, E. A, G, F, D, D, C, D, D. Now that you can play the second half of the tune, we'll play it 2 times through in a row, just like we would if we were performing. Starting with G. Alright, let's try putting it together all the way through. So, we have the first part that goes twice and the second part that goes twice. Check your posture before you start, nice and straight. Deep breath, starting on A. There we go, now we can play the whole piece. I hope that you've enjoyed the class, and I hope that you will enjoy practicing on your recorder so that next time I see you at an event in person, we can play some music together. See you then.